Hello guys, welcome to CJ's Garden Paradise. I'm giving an April spring tour. Um, Hope y'all enjoy it. I'll turn the camera around now so that y'all can enjoy my early morning walk. This is the entrance to the secret garden in the back. But first of all, let's look at the rose garden along the driveway. They're coming into their own a few weeks early. We have some really pretty ones already in bloom. This is Miss All-American Beauty. This one is Safferet, very sweetly fragrant, white with a pink edge. The Prince by David Austin, fully open, very strong fragrance. Heaven on Earth just starting to show some color. We got Black Magic just opening. No fragrance on this one, but the color is phenomenal. This one is Marcella Bosella? How do you say that? Marchesa Bosella. And she is a wonderful old rose with an old rose fragrance. Got a single bloom open on Heirloom. It's just starting. Got a few blooms open on this dwarf called Odessa. Very nice dwarf, blooms all summer. Gets about probably about 2.5 feet total. Of course, I keep them deadheaded so they don't get super tall. This one is called Winter Sunset. It's starting to open. It's a nice, soft, sort of apricot color. And then one of my favorite oranges is this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Mandarin Sunblaze. It's wonderful orange with yellow backsides on the petals. It is phenomenal. Not much fragrance, but a really pretty color. Over here is the mixed shrub border. This area that you're looking at right now, from the pale yellow Japanese maple all the way around, including the weeping styrax and the other green filigree maple and the weeping blue spruce. All of this was put in about a year ago because I couldn't grow grass here anymore. I spent way too much money trying to grow grass where it wouldn't grow. Got Miss Kim lilac still blooming nicely. Still got a flower or two on my Jane magnolia. The large lilac Betsy Ross is still is gone over. I need to cut it back. It's getting way too big. The flowers are going to be so high I can't smell them. J.C. Ross and Allspice starting to bloom nicely. Got a baby Japanese maple that came up from seeds. Thinking about leaving it there. Provide some shade for this corner. Little dwarf snapdragon that's a perennial, comes back every year. This is my front sort of Asian garden that I put in about 2 years ago. This garden here is completely new this year, except for the pot with the rose in it. This was all Nandinas, and they were crawling and seeding and just a mess. So I ripped out all the Nandinas, and now I have, in the back I have pure white dwarf loropetalum. In the middle I have the dwarf red burgundy leaf loropetalum with red flowers, and in the front I just planted some dwarf yellow leafed Japanese hollies. So I thought that color combination would look nice. This is all like just mixed shrubs of different kinds. Got my old man graybeard, which is my native fringe tree that was on the property when we built the house. I put a rope around it and some string and everything to protect it from the builders, because I knew what it was. I went around and marked all the natives before we moved in. And then again, some more of the mixed shrub border. This big tree here is a Seven Suns tree, which has wonderfully fragrant flowers in the late summer. Then we've got the traditional large gardenias and a skinny growing loropetalum that was glorious a few weeks ago with pink flowers. Then I've got a pink blooming vitex, which I nub back every year, and it'll grow up to about 6 feet tall by the end of the summer. Just the new growth, 6 or 8 feet. I'll do the same with that crepe myrtle there. It'll get up about 6 or 8 feet tall. So let's head back to what I call the secret gardens, and you can see where I spend most of my time, although the front gardens and the roses keep me pretty busy. Two more roses in containers. One's Theory Marks and one is Scheherazade. Similar color but different shaped flowers. One of my favorite signs: all pollinators are welcome. It's a pollinator friendly garden. I don't use any insecticides at all. The only chemical I use is fungicide from the rose black spot. So under this arch is covered with star jasmine, Confederate jasmine, whatever you want to call it, getting ready to burst into full bloom. Then I'll shear it back because it's getting out of hand. This is the new potted garden that I put in. It's in an old bird bath that had a crack and was leaking, so I just made it into a container. It's one of my favorite azaleas. It's a late blooming azalea, and the white one behind it is still blooming. This thing with the cage around it is a tree formed lime hydrangea, limelight. This is a variegated anise that's just about finished blooming. As you can see, I have these borders around the back, immediately around the back of the house, are all full sun borders. This is a large needle palm. In the far back, you can see a windmill palm that I grew from seed. There's a butterfly. Hey, butterfly. This is an old rose that was in an old graveyard, and a cutting of it was passed to me by a former colleague from where I retired. It blooms early, but that's it. It doesn't bloom again till the following spring. You can see the butterfly. Oh, he just flew off. This tall thing here is a climbing aster, Carolina climbing aster, Ampelester caroliniana, and in October it will be covered in lavender flowers that are sweetly smelling and are covered in pollinators. Just the bees and the butterflies just love it. New purple mirror ball. Purple's my favorite color. And these mirror balls are made out of stainless steel, so the hickory nuts won't break them, and the squirrels can't knock them over and break them. my statue that the tree fell on, and we repaired it. So she still looks pretty good. This is the underneath of the deck. Everybody loves this when they come for tours. You can see my giant ostrich ferns and the fountain, which makes a beautiful sound. In the back on the wall is my Beatrice the bear from Emmy. I love their stuff. This is my newest Emmy, which is I think he must be some sort of antelope, but he's fab. These things are brass and they hold up beautifully out in the weather. I don't do a thing to them. This is more, you can see the ballerina, some more large sable palms, another arbor covered in the Confederate star jasmine, got a large oak leaf hydrangea, got this giant, my largest windmill palm, still blooming. This tree next to the bird bath is a hardy orange called Flying Dragon. We've made marmalade from those fruit before. Another windmill in bloom. Some azaleas in the back. And then all these gardens are full sun, so the plants all are in the sun most of the day once it gets above the trees. You can see a few babies that haven't made it in the ground yet. They're annuals for summer color. And then I also have some potted plants for my garden club sale. Another new mirror ball made out of stainless steel. Another one of Emmy's sculptures. This tall fern in the back is royal fern, and it's still growing. It will probably it's about 4 feet now. It'll probably get about 6 feet tall. And all this stuff only gets sun here and under the deck, gets sun briefly first thing in the morning for about 2 hours, and then it's in the shade the rest of the day. So that shows you all the sun stuff. Now let's go under the arbor into my woodland paradise, what I call my woodland paradise. From here on, everything has differing grades of shade. Here on the first aisle gets part sun for a few hours a day, and then as you go lower toward the back fence, it's less and less sun. So some of the areas don't get any direct sun at all. You can see some of the little sculptures around. People like it down here during the summer because it's my new bottle tree. It's about 10 degrees cooler down here in the summer. So people like coming down here to get cool on a 95 or 100 degree day. So I have a couple of citrus trees down here too. This one here with the flowers just going over is a Juanita tangerine. They're edible straight off the tree. This tall one here is a Morton citrange, and they look a little bit like I don't know, almost the shape of a pear, but they have the taste of a cross between a lemon and an orange. So they're edible right off the tree, I think, but I like tart food. So got one of my old Encore azaleas blooming. Another new mirror ball, stainless steel, of course, because there's hickory trees all over above us here. This arbor here with the Buddha, the arbor is covered with chocolate vine, which in the shade is not an aggressive runner. In full sun, it would be running under the ground, coming up everywhere. But down here, it doesn't do that. And outside the fence, I don't know if you can see it, This is a small grove of bamboo that's been here for 34 years. I have bamboo barrier around it, and that keeps it from jumping out and coming up everywhere. So then we have our black swan with a mirror ball crown. This was my first stainless steel mirror ball that I got many years ago, and it's held up so well I decided to get a few more. They're not cheap, but they hold up and they don't break. So unless something large falls on them and dents them, they're pretty much permanent. I have this little ground level bird bath, but I think the squirrels drink it most of it. But I put it down mainly for the turtles. I have box turtles all over the place, and so that they can get a drink. This is a big cryptomeria tree in mostly shade. It gets a little bit of filtered sun in the morning, but as you can see, it's very open and airy, and that's the way I like it. In full sun, it would be so dense you couldn't see through it. But this is a Arthur Menzies Mahonia, which I like because it's tall and thin. Another beautiful Picturata Aucuba. I have a lot of Aucubas because they do so well in the shade and provide such interest with their leaf shape and color and texture. So that's pretty much it. That's a glass mirror ball, but I have it covered with a cage so that the nuts can't hit it. That was my last mirror one that survived, that was made out of glass. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour. I'll do another one in probably midsummer. So keep an eye on my YouTube channel, and you'll get to see the garden as it progresses through the season. Thank you for watching. Talk to y'all later. Bye.